It is that time of the year. Some of us are starting seeds because it is 10 to 12 weeks out from our last frost date. Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Brad. I'm a gardener here in Northeast Ohio, Zone 6B. And today I just want to quickly go over some of the seeds that I've started already. I'm not going to show you how to start seeds, just because I think it's pretty basic and pretty easy. And how many times can you start seeds with somebody? I mean, there's a lot of those videos out there. So I just want to share what I have started already, and they're all here in this gallon-sized Ziploc bag. So many cool things. First and foremost, I had no anticipation of doing any winter sowing. And as I was going through the seeds to confirm, I did in fact do some winter sowing. Just a couple pots, one tray worth of 4-inch pots. I don't do anything crazy. I just fill the pots up, stick them outside. I don't cover them, none of it. I'm not trying to save like all the plastic jugs and stuff. So I've had really good success doing it this way, and it's easy and costs nearly nothing. So the first one up is late figwort. This is a native plant. It gets about 6 foot tall and prefers full sun to and go into shade. It's medium water usage. It's really, really cool. Oh, wow. My God, the sun came out. So, so this is late figwort. It's really, really pretty. It's not the biggest blooms, but I notice how many pollinators come to this plant is insane. It's got these cute little red flowers on them. They look like little snapdragons. I mean, they're all about that big. But I love the texture. The seed heads are beautiful. It takes a while for them to ripen up, so you had that really green, nice stalk for some time. And it's just very airy. You could put these at the front of the garden. You could put them in the back of the garden, but really cool native. The next one is small flower flame flower. And if I remember correctly, this is an annual. So you have to start it every year and let it drop seed for it to keep coming back, but really pretty little flower. Great for the front, only gets about 9 inches tall. Likes dry conditions, which we're all striving for water conservation here, and it does well in full sun. So another really great one. This blooms from May to August, and I didn't tell you about the late figwort here. July to October. Other natives I'm starting are hoary vervain. This one's only going to get about 2 foot tall, sorry. Full sun to part sun, medium dry conditions, and they bloom from June to September. Golden Alexanders. I don't even like yellow, guys, but let me tell you, I really appreciate this plant. I love its foliage. I like its flower. It's very long blooming. So this is a full sun to part sun, does medium wet all the way down to medium dry, blooms from April to June and gets 3 foot tall. Mine only got about 2 foot, and they were in part sun most of the time. But these were really, really long lasting. The little hoverflies and bumblebees love this plant, so definitely a great plant to have in the garden. I had no luck with this one last year. This is bunch flower. This sucker gets 5 foot tall, full sun, part sun, medium to wet, June to July. But look how pretty those flowers are on them. They just look really good. If I remember correctly, the leaves are kind of like foxglove almost in a sense. But I'm hoping I can get these ones started. Another amazing plant. This one's great for hummingbirds. This is a royal catchfly. These will seed around 4 foot tall, bloom from July to August, so about a month and a half, 2 months. Full to part sun and medium dry conditions. Really think that's pretty. I know the hummingbirds are going to absolutely love this. What else we got here? Doing some more aromatic aster. Really great plant. Blooms really, really late, which is great for migrating and late nectar for pollinators. And used a lot in the High Line, which that's why I started growing it, because I think it's really amazing. Downy wood mint. I've seen this local at a cemetery and thought it was the prettiest and cutest thing. And I cannot believe the fall foliage on this. When I saw it at a friend's installation at a native install that he did. This does good in full to part sun, medium to dry conditions, June to July blooms, and only gets a foot tall. The one I saw actually was probably about closer to 2 foot, and that was probably because it was in part sun, but super, super pretty and is not really aggressive. Missouri Goldenrod, started this one last year. I posted about this a couple times when it was in bloom on my Instagram. I love this goldenrod. It is not aggressive like the Ohio version. So, and I love the stem. Like you can see there's a little bit of a red stem there. It only gets about 2 foot tall and it clumps pretty well, does good in dry conditions, full sun, and blooms from July to September. We've also got rose milkweed. I emptied this pack. I started just a couple because I wanted to see if I truly like the color. I did. I love the scent of it. This is Asclepias incarnata. Great for monarch butterflies. I had little caterpillars on it last year, but I also had a ton of aphids. So I don't know, but I planted a bunch of them. I expect them to all sprout. And I'm going to put these in a big patch out back and just hopefully they'll just keep spreading and spreading and spreading. I'm really excited about that. Last year from Select Seeds, so those ones were all from Prairie Moon Nursery, which these are last year's seeds, and I think they're going to be perfectly fine, but I'm doing Rebecca Prairie Glow. This is another native for us, Rebecca triloba. Really cool. Tried it last year, did not sprout, so we're trying it again. Boy, the sun through the window, even with these filtering curtains, goodness gracious, lots of light. Can't complain. It's a beautiful sunny day out here in Ohio. It's like 40 some degrees. So I've already walked the yard. We'll do a walk here probably in the next video of how things are doing, how things are looking. And then, yeah, so much to do. And then the other one is Verbena rigida. This is I believe 2 foot tall by up to 3 foot wide, blooming verbena variety. I have it sprouted. I have the seedlings sitting in trays outside, but I know I want more and I want to use it in a lot of places. So I did start the entire package of them, but I do have some more of these left. So these are last year's seeds as well. I did no, these are 2 years because I didn't grow these last year. So Pan America sent me out some vials of seeds. This is Lobelia species Starship. They didn't like me. I have a plant. It's doing good. Didn't bloom last year, but for whatever reason. But this is one of my favorite Lobelia species. I'll throw a picture up on the screen. And then the other one is Coleus Premium Sun Coral Candy. I started these 2 years ago. I have still some more seeds. I put 2 or 3 in each of the trays because they're all coated. So germination tends to go down after a year and progressively goes down. These had a 91% germination rate when they came to me. I had a 100% germination rate on the trays, so didn't lose that much. Still waiting for the Starship Lobelia, though, to start. I can't believe how much I've already started this year, just because, 10 to 12 weeks, but after I looked at everything, it gave me something to do. So if you're bored, really look over your seeds. You might be missing a window. You could be doing winter sowing for natives and such like that. So if you're itching to get your fingers in the soil and starting seeds and caring for something, now is the time. Another one from Pan America Seed is this Impatiens Interspecies Solarscape Mix Voodoo. I'm still waiting for these to germinate. I think these take about 2 weeks to germinate, and I only started them this past week. They're in trays with some other seeds that I'll talk about here in a minute, and those are all up. They're on heat mats. They're lightly covered, so I'm just waiting. I do have some more seeds in here, so if all else fails, I'll throw some more down and see what happens. Next up is another one. This is Euphorbia Glamour, and I got one to germinate last year, and I just did not do the amount of fertilizer I should have been doing, so it didn't really get that big. So I want to try again this year. I think I sowed about 10 cells of this one for containers and for my mom's containers just to see if I can get them there. So fingers crossed they start to germinate. I checked on them today, no signs yet. So that wraps up Pan America. So thank you, Pan America, for sending those out. But I also order from a shop called Hayfield Seeds. Her name is Nancy. I'll put her link up here on the screen, but I ordered these last year and never sowed them. But this year I did, and they are coming up full force after 1 week. I cannot believe it. And this is Borwalia americana. This is a native annual that is amazing for parts shade to shade. I'm super excited about this because it's hard to get a lot of color in the shady sites in your yard. So finding stuff that's not a begonia or an impatient or something like that can be really challenging, but this and the euphorbia would do really, really well in there. So I'm excited to add some color this year as long as these do good. And I have some other seeds from her that I haven't started yet just because of timing, but I'll be sure to let you know what else I bought. But don't forget to check out these websites. None of them are affiliate links or anything. I get nothing for them, but they're just generous enough to like send me seeds, or I go out and purchase them and I like them, so I recommend them. Next up are some collected seeds that I did. I'm still waiting for them to germinate. I still have backup seeds if I did it wrong, but these are plum crazy salvias. I just wanted to see if I could grow them. Now this is a ball flora plant, and you can see there's some seeds down there. I don't look like it's gonna focus. I'm still waiting. Other salvias are up right now. This one might just take a little bit longer, but I did check the seeds and I don't see anything like opening. So maybe they're just duds. I don't know. But we're gonna play by ear. I might sow some more just for fun, see what happens. Okay, so next is, I'm still waiting on this one to germinate too. I forgot how long it takes for foxgloves to germinate. It just takes 7 to 30 days. Well, we're past 7 days and nothing. So these are Foxglove Sunset. This gets about 2 foot tall, 1.5 foot wide at most. This is a perennial, I believe. Let's see, zones 5 to 9. So a true perennial foxglove here. We're gonna see what it does. I've seen other pictures of this and it seems super, super cute. Lends itself very well to cottage or naturalistic gardens. And I just love that like rusty color to it. I think that's a really interesting color to have in the garden because it doesn't have to be so wow in your face, but it's just enough to just add that little something and depth into the garden. So we got that one going. I do have some of these sprouting already. This is Dianthus zebra crossings. I'm on a goth garden kick right now, but I'm still working out how I want it to look. So I haven't invested too much, but I did invest in these. These are last year's seeds, so let's hope they fully all sprout. I think most of them are up. I should probably double check that one. But there's some more seeds, if anything. Really pretty, really, really pretty flower. I think that would blend itself really, really well into a Gothic garden style. And you get scent from them, like the clovey scent. So this one only gets about, doesn't even say, 12 inches tall. And about 6 to 8 inches apart is what you want to space them. So I think I did 16 of these. We'll try them. We're only doing a small goth garden. Maybe we'll just do these in containers and do a small goth garden. Let's wait and find out what this year holds. I started 2 packs of these. These are Salvia Syria's Blue Sage. I've done this one in the past and really like it. I can't believe I didn't sow all those seeds. It's old school. I get it. This is one of my favorites. I don't need ginormous freaking salvias, but I'm going to be a hypocrite here in a minute when I say that. But I do really enjoy this one for just mixing in the garden. It's just a classic. It requires no work as far as salvias go. Versatile. I love it. I love it. I will never not plant this anymore. But saying that I don't need big salvia, this is Big Blue. And this puppy is supposed to get 2.5 to 3 foot tall. So it's comparable to the Proven Winners one. Now I will say this is probably one of my more expensive seeds. It's not terrible. It was like $6 for this packet, but there was only 10 seeds in it and only 9 of them were up. But I think the ninth one fell into the other seed cell. So it's sprouting where the foxglove are. But this should get really, really tall. And I want to start them now so that I can get them up to size, pinch them, get them really, really big in a 4-inch pot and plant these puppies out. Because I think this is going to be really, really pretty. I mean, if that picture is true, that is deep, beautiful blue. And it only cost me $6 for 10 plants. Say no more. A vine. Where is it going? I don't know. I just really want to grow it this year. I tried it last year. I had one plant get successfully to 4 true leaves, and then something happened. It died. So here's to round 2, Chilean Glory Flower Tresco mix. I don't know what the mix is about. It's a beautiful selection for containers and supplied with a trellis for bright flowers and decorative foliage to clothe. The tubular flowers are irresistible to hummingbirds in warmer winter areas. How long does it take to bloom? Seed to bloom, 12 to 16 weeks. Oy vey. Grows to greater height. Oh, in a warmer winter areas, it grows to a greater height. In northern areas, winter indoors, pruning back dead stems and unruly growth as needed. I'm starting this 12 weeks before, so hopefully we get some flowers, because 12, geez. Hopefully this thing just makes it. I mean, the foliage is actually really, really pretty on this. So I'm going to grow it up the arbor to the backyard. Hopefully that's enough sun. It does want full sun. 20 to 60 days sprout time. That's why I haven't seen it yet. Friendly little reminders to yourself. Don't think you're failing. It's probably the germination time. Another one from Hayfield Seed that I grew, I just decided to grow this year, was Salvia coccinea, which is the hummingbird sage. It's the red one that you can generally find in cell packs. I got a ton of seed. I mean, there's still a bunch in here for like $3, $3.50. I don't know. Her prices are stupid cheap, and she sends out far more. She said 20 plus seeds. This thing probably had about 70 seeds in it. I did three rows, and my 3 times 16, what is that, 40? Don't do the math on camera. 32 plus another 16, 48. I was right, 48 cells. So yeah, I should have 48 plants, and I'm all about the hummingbirds this year. I really want to attract more hummingbirds. The other one is a rarity, because this was sent to me by a friend. I'm not going to name them because I don't want you to bug them about this. But they had posted this picture up online, and we're going to see if I can get this to grow. So this is, I'm going to butcher this. Sinensis palmata hovo. This is shredded umbrella plant. This is a different species, has broader leaves, and I don't know. The picture he posted, I was just like, these are interesting because this can take 2 weeks. This will take 2 weeks to germinate. I just started them three days ago, and believe me, I've been checking them every day. They also don't produce a lot of seeds, so everything in here I have to go through in order to find what I think are plump viable seeds. From there, I started those, lightly covered them, put them on a heat mat, and I've been just waiting. But the chances are I'm only going to get a little cotyledon for the first full year. Then next year, when they come up, they'll then start forming a true leaf. Sometimes they do produce a true leaf on their first year, but they really work on their root systems and the rhizome that they come from. So kind of like a dahlia, but in reverse. They put on a ton of that tuberous growth underground and tons of roots, and then worry about the upper part of the plant. Just saw a fungus gnat. Time to get the yellow stickies out. Anywho, so this one's interesting. I'm going to see what happens. If I can get at least 1 or 2, I'm hoping. I planted a lot of them for backup, but still have a bunch. If these are good to go and I get them to sprout, A couple of them, I'm sharing them with a friend, and they can notify you when they get them if it works. So keep your fingers crossed on this one, please. And then we're in the final stretch. I decided I did not want to do petunias this year. Um, Nothing against them. I just want something different. And I went Vinca crazy. So the first one up, I'm sure everybody's excited about some black flowers. I love black flowers. So this is Jams and Jellies Blackberry. I'm waiting for a few cells to come up, but this one is pretty. Deep purple, white eye, just short, shrubby looking little plant. Started them now. They says 6 to 10 weeks before last frost date is expected. They popped up within like 3 days. At 2 to 3 inches tall, transplant strongest plants into individual pots. It said that seeds needed darkness for germination. I only lightly covered them with a little bit of soil and put them under lights, and they popped up. The other one is Tattoo Black Cherry. Oh, it does look like this in person. It's pretty close to this in person. Just a little bit of softness to it. It is so pretty, and I'm so excited. Most of those are up. The other one from the tattoo series is Papaya. I love that. Love that. I mean, guys, you could just... The next one is Tattoo Blueberry. A good purple with a blue sheen to it. Again, like you could just put all these together and you just get goodness. Okay, and then the last one in my Vinca phase here is Cora Cascade Cherry. This is a trailing variety. Can get up to 36 inches wide. 32 to 36 inches wide. I mean, that's like a petunia, but you're not dealing with all the stickiness and the bullcrap of petunias. So, hello. So, this is my dream right now is Vinca land. I've still got some other seeds. I've got some more winter sowing coming this week or next week, which are more natives. I did place another order through Select Seed. I mean, the catalog came, and I had already gone through the entire website, and then I just sat down and like flipped through it just for fun while I was watching TV, and I went, "Oh my gosh, I need where was this? I need this." I also want some of the plants, but I'm a little irritated that I was over $100 in plants and shipping was not free. They still wanted to charge me $20 plus tax, which I mean, that almost put me at like $140. No. So that's not happening because I'm cheap and I'd rather get a bunch of plants for pennies on the dollar instead of all that. So maybe I'll just find them local. All right, guys. So that's going to round up this. I hope you're like looking at your seed packs and getting your hands in the dirt and getting excited. I'm going to go check on my little babies for the 800th time today because that's what we do as gardeners. We just keep looking and why aren't you germinating? And oh, look at all you guys, all those doing the most. So we've got some weeks ahead of us of lots of care, a lot of seeds. Oh, there's so many that are coming up probably in the next, I don't know, 2 to 6 weeks. We're going to have some more seeds we're going to get started. And then I'll update you then. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.